Hello and welcome back to another exciting video of class 3 EVS, and today we are continuing our ongoing lesson, that is air, water and weather. In our last session we had learned about air, how air is important for us, what are the causes for air pollution, how can we overcome the air pollution, that we have learnt in our previous session. In this session we are going to learn about few more points, and let's start it. So before starting, as we did in our last session, here also we will be starting with a riddle. So I go solid in a freezers, in a rivers I can flow, my chemical formula is known as H2O. Who am I? Who am I? कौन हूँ मैं? I go solid in the freezers. जब मैं फ्रीजर में होता हूँ तब मैं सॉलिड बन जाता हूँ, हार्ड बन जाता हूँ. इन रिवर्स आई कैन फ्लो, जब मैं नदी में होता हूँ तो मैं बहने लग जाता हूँ. और मेरा केमिकल फॉर्मूला क्या है? माय केमिकल फॉर्मूला इज H2O, हाइड्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड. डाई मीन्स टू, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड उस वक्त भी बताया था मैंने. डाई मीन्स टू, H2O हाइड्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड मतलब दो हाइड्रोजन वन ऑक्सीजन. सो हु इज दैट पर्टिकुलर वन? तो कौन है वो? बोलो बोलो कौन है वो? सो इट इज वाटर. दैट इज नन अदर देन वाटर. क्लैप्स 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 क्लैप्स. यस, it is water. So when we put water in a freezers, it becomes ice, so it becomes a solid, and in rivers it can flow, and its chemical formula is H2O. So we are talking about water. So why water is important? We have learned in plants photosynthesis also. They they using sunlight and air they prepare food, but another essential part for their food making process is water that they absorb from roots. हमारा भी सभी चीजों में we need water. 1/3 means 75% of our body weight is of water, near about, okay, absorbed approximately. इतना सारा हमारे पेट में क्या है, मतलब बॉडी में क्या है? वाटर है. एंड एवरीवन शुड ड्रिंक एटलीस्ट 4 liters of water every day. Not exactly 4, कम ज्यादा भी चलेगा, बट योर बॉडी शुड बी हाइड्रेटेड. इनफ पानी होना चाहिए बॉडी में. ओके, सो वाटर इज इसेंशियल फॉर ऑल लिविंग थिंग्स. ये बहुत यानी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. इन लास्ट लेसन व्हेन वी वर लर्निंग आवर कंट्री, दैट टाइम आल्सो आई टोल्ड यू दैट 71% of our earth surface is occupied by water. What? 71% of our surface is covered with water, and only 29% of earth surface is covered with land. Okay, so इतना सारा पानी है, but that water is in the form of oceans. We have learnt oceans, 5 oceans. Which are those? Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, South and Arctic. Okay, it is Southern Ocean is there now. So these are the oceans. Now, but not all these water is drinkable. ये जो सो पूरा पानी है not drinkable, because in ocean water is salty. Salty means खारा पानी होता है, and खारा पानी we cannot drink. खारा पानी हम पी सकते हैं क्या? No. So out of that, suppose that 70% water is our 100% water. Out of that 100% water, here you can see 97% water is present in oceans. 97% water is present in oceans, and only 3% water is the fresh water that can be drinked. Okay, we can drink only 3% of water out of 100% water which is present on earth. because other water is in the form of ocean and oceans are salty and खारा पानी हम पी नहीं सकते. अगर if we are discussing about that 3% water, so that 3% water में से 70% water क्या है, in the form of ice and glacier. जो भी अंटार्कटिका की तरफ है ना, अंटार्कटिका या फिर हिमालयन माउंटेन, वहां पे क्या है, वो बर्फ बन के बैठा हुआ है, और उसमें से ओनली 29% वाटर इज अंडरग्राउंड, 70% in the form of ice and water, and उसमें से सिर्फ 1% water which is easily accessible for us, which is in the form of lakes, which is in the form of soil moisture और water vapor. मतलब जो 100% water जो है अर्थ में से, उसमें से 3% water is drinkable, जो हम पी सकते हैं, जो पीने लायक है. बट उस 3% में से भी 70% water is in the form of आइस एंड ग्लेशियर. जो ग्लेशियर मतलब क्या, जहां पे बहता हुआ पानी क्या होता है, जम जाता है, वो क्या हो जाता है, एकदम बर्फ बन जाता है. आइस कैप्स मींस माउंटेन के ऊपर क्या हो जाता है, पूरा बर्फ जमा होके क्या हो जाता है, एक कैप की तरह स्ट्रक्चर बन जाता है. सो दोज आर कॉल्ड आइस कैप्स. एंड ग्लेशियर मींस बहता हुआ पानी एकदम से जम जाएगा, व्हेन इट गेट फ्रीजन, दैट व्हेन इट गेट फ्रीज, एकदम हो जाने के बाद में वो क्या हो जाता है, बर्फ बन जाता है. अंडरस्टूड. और बाकी का कहां पे, ग्राउंड वाटर मतलब जमीन के नीचे है, और 1% जो है वो अपने सॉइल मॉइस्चर मतलब मिट्टी में कीचड़ के तौर पे या फिर अपने लेक्स में इसमें जमा हुआ है. सो दिस इज द वाटर क्राइटेरिया और वाटर प्रोपोर्शन ऑन आवर अर्थ. सो आउट ऑफ 71% वाटर विच इज प्रेजेंट ऑन अर्थ सरफेस, उसमें से क्या है, 97% वाटर तो ओशन में है जो कि खारा है, हम नहीं पी सकते. 3% वाटर है जो हम पी सकते हैं, मगर उस 3% का भी 70% हिस्सा आइस कैप्स एंड ग्लेशियर के रूप में है, और जो भी बाकी का बचा हुआ है 1% हम इजीली एक्सेसिबल है, जो कि हमें लेक्स या फिर जमीन के पास में मिल जाता है, और बाकी का जो है जमीन के अंदर ही मिलेगा. Now, what are the uses of water? हम water किस चीजों के लिए यूज करते हैं? We use water for everything, like drinking. First thing that we do is drink water. हम हर चीज में water पीते हैं, because if you are drinking juice or something, सभी के लिए we need water. So first use is drinking, पीने के लिए, पानी पीने के लिए. Second one, cooking. Without water can we cook? हम खाना बना सकते हैं without water? नहीं बना सकते. चपाती भी बनानी हो तो आटे में पहले पानी डाल के उसको आटा फेंटा जाता है, फिर उसको बेलन के इससे ही किया जाता है. If we are preparing curry, हम सब्जी बना रहे, for that also we need to add water. Next one, bathing. Okay, so everyone has to take bath, everyone should take bath, and everyone must take bath every day. Okay, सभी ने हर रोज नहाना चाहिए. It cleanses our body, हमारी बॉडी को क्या करता है, वो क्लीन कर देता है, और जो भी डर्ट जो भी है अपने बॉडी पे वो निकल जाएगी, विच इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ मॉइस्चर, इन द फॉर्म ऑफ स्वेट, जो भी अपने बॉडी के ऊपर है वो डर्ट पूरी निकल जाएगी, और बॉडी विल बी मोर क्लीन. ओके, सो फॉर बाथिंग, नहाने के लिए वी नीड वाटर. ओके, इन वॉशिंग क्लोथ्स, हमारे कपड़े वगैरह जो होते हैं हम क्या हवा से धो सकते हैं, क्या हवा में सुखा सकते हैं? नो, वी नीड वाटर टू वॉश देम. हमें कपड़े धोने के लिए पानी चाहिए. बिना पानी के हम कपड़े धो पाएंगे? नो, वी कैन नॉट. ओके, देन क्लीनिंग यूटेंसिल्स. यूटेंसिल्स मतलब बर्तन धोने के लिए, खाना वगैरह हो गया, सब जो भी झाड़ू पोछा हो गया, बर्तन धोने के लिए क्या चाहिए? वी कैन नॉट वॉश आवर यूटेंसिल्स यूजिंग एयर. हम हवा से तो नहीं धो पाएंगे. वी नीड वाटर. हमें क्या चाहिए? पानी चाहिए, मतलब चाहिए. देन क्लीनिंग ऑफ फ्लोर्स, हमारी फर्शी हो, हमारा जो भी फ्लोर हो, हमारे विंडोज हो, हमारी कार हो, हमारी बाइक हो, कुछ भी हो, सभी चीजों के लिए धोने के लिए वी नीड water. So these are few uses of water, like drinking, cooking, bathing, washing, cleaning of utensil, cleaning of clothes, cleaning of floors, cleaning of vehicles. For everything we need water. Understood? Yes. नाउ ये तो हमने यूजेस समझ लिए, वाटर का क्राइटेरिया समझ लिया कि 71% वाटर वी हैव ऑन अर्थ सरफेस, आउट ऑफ दैट उस 70% में से 97% वाटर इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ओशियन, बाकी का 3% वाटर है जो भी हम पी सकते हैं, बट उसमें से भी 70% वाटर विच इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ आइस कैप्स एंड ग्लेशियर। आइस कैप्स वापस से बता रहा हूं, व्हेन माउंटेन और हिल एरियाज पे बिकॉज ऑफ स्नोफॉल्स एक के ऊपर एक, एक के ऊपर एक, एक के ऊपर वो बर्फ जमा होती है, तो एक किलोमीटर्स के ऊपर, किलोमीटर से भी ज्यादा बड़ी एक लेयर बन जाती है उस सरफेस के ऊपर। सो it covers that mountain or that hilly area, so it is called ice caps. And glacier means when water is flowing and suddenly it freezes, जब वो ठंडा हो जाता है, जम जाता है, बर्फ बन जाता है, so it forms glaciers. Okay, so what are the sources of water? अब क्या देखेंगे हम, what are the sources? पानी कहां से आता है? क्या हम कुकिंग करते हुए पानी बना सकते हैं? No. What are the sources of water? So first and the main source of water is the rain. Rain is the main source of water. Okay, when rain falls, जब बारिश होती है, water is being collected. हम क्या करते हैं? Water is being collected. हम तो collect करते ही है. As हम we are collecting the water, our earth also collected, our surface also collected water in lakes, in ponds, in rivers, in streams, in ocean. ओके, सो जो भी ये वाटर है ये बाद में क्या होता है, जब बहता है जमीन के ऊपर से, बिकॉज ऑफ द पर्कुलेशन, जो जमीन के अंदर क्या होता है, सम ऑफ इट वाटर गोज अंडरग्राउंड। क्या होता है, जमीन के अंदर भी कुछ वाटर जाता है, सम वाटर फ्लोज, rivers flows, streams are there, and all they go to ocean, all they go to ocean. So this surface water, if it is in a lake or a pond, it stays there, but if it is not in lakes or ponds, अगर वो नदी से बह रहा है, so it will go and by the time it will go and meet ocean. Okay, ये पानी कहाँ जाएगा, वापस से ocean में जाएगा. So ground water मतलब क्या, ground water which is found underground. Underground मतलब जमीन के नीचे. Okay, in the spaces बिटवीन रॉक्स, मतलब जो रॉक्स होते हैं उनके बीच में जो क्रैक्स बन जाते हैं, क्रैक्स, एंड ये वाटर नीचे जाके नहीं क्या होता है, उस क्रैक में समा जाता है, इट स्टोर्स देयर, वाटर क्या हो जाता है, वहां पे जाके ने स्टोर हो जाता है, एंड बाय द टाइम दैट स्टोरेज ग्रोज, ये बड़ा बड़ा हो जाते हो, वो इसके अंदर क्या हो जाता है, जमा हो जाता है. सो वाटर ग्राउंड इज फाउंड अंडर, ग्राउंड वाटर इज फाउंड अंडर द ग्राउंड इन द स्पेसेस बिटवीन रॉक्स क्रैक्स और इन सैंड्स. जमीन के अंदर भी सैंड होती है ना, सो इट गोज एंड स्टेज ओवर देयर. ओके, सो हाउ वी टेक आउट दैट ग्राउंड वाटर, हम वो वाटर कैसे बाहर निकालते हैं? क्या ऐसा थोड़ी ना हम हाथ डालेंगे वापस आ जाएगा? नो. सो फॉर दैट we use hand pumps, we use tube wells or wells also. Well मतलब what we can say, well, vihir body we say ना. So using that tube wells means our bore wells, हम उसमें bore well से using the machine we make a hole in a ground and using a pump, मतलब जो मोटर होती है उससे we take that out, take that water out from it. But the water which is present in the ponds, lakes and river, is it drinkable or is it good for health or is it good for drinking? Many of the sources which are storing the water, that are not good because they are open to environment, they are open to other dirt and other dust particles. So whenever we drink water, we should filter it or we should boil it and then only we should drink, because it may contain some dust and dirt particle which may harm, may make a damage or cause damage to your body, or which may be harmful for our body. So we should boil water first or filter water and then we should drink. Understood? Sources of water. So which is the main source of water? Rain is the main source of water. And where water is being collected? It is collected on surface in lakes, in ponds, in rivers, in streams and ocean. And what about underground water? If when water flows, some of water goes underground, which is stored in the cracks of rocks or in rocks only. Okay? And how we are taking out that water? Using tube wells, using hand pump or using wells, we take that water out. Understood? Okay. Now here you can see a picture of hand pump. We hapsa in Marathi it is called hapsa, or this is a tube well, or using this is a motor, and using that motor हम क्या कर रहे हैं, पानी जमीन में से ऊपर निकाल रहे हैं. This is a कुआं or a small well. उसमें क्या होता है, using that bucket or something is there na, using that we take that water out from the ground. Understood? Nice. Now we learnt about the sources of water, the percentage of water that is present, how water goes underground. ठीक है. But what are the properties of water? We learnt properties of air. Like air is colorless. Yes, air is colorless. Likewise, is water colorful? Water का कौन सा color होता है? No, water also does not have color. Water does not have color. It does not have smell and it does not have a taste also. अब कहेंगे कि हम बिस्लरी का पानी पिएंगे तो उसका थोड़ा सा ऐसा टेस्ट आएगा. इफ वी आर ड्रिंकिंग वाटर फ्रॉम किनली इट टेस्ट डिफरेंट. इफ वी आर ड्रिंकिंग वाटर फ्रॉम जो पॉट वेसल्स होता है मटका, इट टेस्ट डिफरेंट. जो हमारा नल का पानी होता है इट टेस्ट डिफरेंट. जो बोरवेल का होता है वो टेस्ट डिफरेंट. और नाउ यू आर टेलिंग दैट वाटर डज नॉट हैव टेस्ट. द ट्रूथ इज वाटर डज नॉट हैव अ टेस्ट. बट क्या होता है, वेन वी आर प्यूरिफाइंग वाटर, जब वाटर को हम क्लीन करते हैं, जब फिल्टर करते हैं तो उसमें कुछ मिनरल्स, कुछ केमिकल्स मिलाए जाते हैं. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट द टेस्ट ऑफ वाटर चेंजेस. ओके, सो वाटर हैज अ टेस्ट और नॉट? नो, इट डज नॉट हैव टेस्ट. अनदर प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ वाटर इज वाटर फ्लोज. इफ यू पोर वाटर, आप ग्लास में वाटर लीजिएगा एंड जस्ट pour it on a floor, वो क्या हो जाएगा, wherever the slope will be there it flows in that slope area. या फिर ऐसा हो जाएगा आपने नीचे डाल दिया, वो ऐसा भी बैठा है, आप उसको भर के नहीं बाद में वापस से और ग्लास में कर सकते. No, it flows. Water flows. The second property of water is it flows. The first was it does not have color, it does not have a taste and it does not have a smell. Like आपने कभी flower, if you have smelled flowers, it have a different order. Okay, उसको क्या होता है, एक पर्टिकुलर स्मेल हो जाता है, जैसे कि मोगरा हो गया, कोई और हो गया फ्लावर. सो पानी का कोई स्मेल आता है? No. Okay, so water does not have color, taste and smell also, and water flows. Another thing, water takes shape of anything. Anything, it takes shape of anything. If you pour water in your hand palm, okay, आपके palm में ले लोगे ऐसे, तो it takes shape of your hand's palm. If you pour that water in a glass, it takes a shape of that glass. If you pour that water in another vessel, it takes shape of that particular vessel. आप उसको हंडे में रखोगे तो हंडे की तरह बन जाएगा, बकेट में रखेंगे तो आप बकेट की तरह बन जाएगा, ग्लास में रखोगे ग्लास की तरह बन जाएगा. If you pour or fill a bottle, it takes the shape of a bottle. So water can be poured from one vessel to another vessel and it takes the shape of whichever vessel you are using to store it or into which it is poured. Understood the properties of water? Very nice. Let's go. Now states of water. In last lesson we have learnt India and its states. So how many states are there? Exactly 28 states are there. And how many union territories are there? 8 union territories are there. Now someone will ask, अगर इंडिया में 28 states है तो वाटर में कितने states होंगे? How many states are there water? How many? So there are only 3 states in water. We have 28 states in our India. Okay, but if we are discussing about water, so there are only three states of water. Which are those? Solid, liquid and gas. Here you can see solid, liquid and gas. But by default water is in the form of liquid. Liquid means which flows and which takes shape of any vessel in which we pour. Okay, so water exists in which form? By default it exists in liquid form. वो क्या है? Liquid है, तरल है. Okay, but when we cool water, हम उसको बॉटल में भर के नहीं फ्रीजर में रख देंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? It takes the shape of that water, but it takes shape of that bottle, but it also becomes ice. And ice we can hold. हम पानी को पकड़ नहीं सकते, but ice cube को पकड़ सकते हैं. So when we cool water, it changes into ice, another state, second state of water, that is solid. It becomes solid. So ice is a solid form of water. We can hold that ice cube, right? So ice is a solid form of that water. Now suppose हमने गैस चालू कर दिया, उसमें हमने क्या कर दिया, एक वेसल रख दिया, वेसल में we pour water and just we started heating it. By the time you observe that water vapors are coming out, means it changes into steam. If we boil water, it changes into steam. Steam भाप निकलती है ना, वैसे भाप, वाफ in Marathi, in Hindi we can say bhaf, and English it is called steam. Okay, so that steam is a gas. Okay, so steam is a gaseous form of water. We learned three forms of water, three states of water. First, by default it is a liquid. Second, when we freeze it, when we cool that water, it becomes ice. So ice is a solid form of water. When we boil the water, it becomes water vapor or water steam, and that is the form of a gas. So water is, how many states water have? Solid, liquid and gas. So it has three states of water. Which are those? Solid, liquid and gases. Understood? Exactly. Let's now, what are the importance of water? We have learned importance of air. Everyone requires air. Everyone need air to breathe. Without air we cannot survive. Likewise, everyone requires water also. All living things require water. As all living things require air, all living things need water to survive. Let's take example of a plant. How plants make their food? In the process of photosynthesis, they, in the presence of sunlight, air and water which they are absorbing from roots. But if water is not there, the process of photosynthesis does not take place. Actually it does not take place. So वो वहां पे क्या हो जाएगा? Food process complete नहीं होगी. They will not prepare their food, and because of starving, by the time that tree will die. Same, animal and human being also need water to drink, because water helps in the process of digestion, or again it helps to flushing out the waste material from our body. No? Understood? So whichever the waste material is present in our body, that will be flushed out from our body, which is in the form of or using our water only. Understood? Okay. Now, you know, last 2-3 years back there was a drought in Usmanabad area. Drought, dushkal was there. Why was that? Because of not enough percentage of rainfall was there. Means जितना बारिश होना चाहिए था उतना बारिश नहीं हुआ. So when we have a shortage of water, that situation is called a drought, or we can say scarcity of water. What is the name? Scarcity. What is the spelling of scarcity? SCARCITY. Scarcity means shortage of water. और जब just think that you are right now you are using, suppose 1000 liter of water every day in your family for all the process or all the things that you are doing, drinking, cooking, bathing, cleaning and all that. But suppose आपको वो 1000 लीटर अब हफ्ते के लिए मिल रहा है, so you will start saving your water. जो भी हम वाटर का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, यूज कर रहे हैं, you will reduce that use. जो भी क्लीनिंग के लिए थोड़ा सा पानी यूज करेंगे, बाकी के चीजों के लिए, बाथिंग के लिए you will reduce the amount of water that you are using. Suppose वही 1000 liter you are getting for 1 month. You cannot fulfill demands which require for your day-to-day life. Okay, so water scarcity, this situation will happen. So water scarcity means what? Storage of water. जहाँ पे पानी की कमी हो, that situation is called scarcity of water. As I repeated, as I told you, what is the spelling of scarcity? Yes, C-A-R-C-I-T-Y, scarcity. Write down your notebook. Okay, so scarcity means storage, shortage of water. When available fresh water, okay, which is not sufficient or which is not enough to fulfill the requirement, to fulfill the demand which we required or we required for a particular region, particular area, then that is called water scarcity. Suppose उस्मानाबाद के लिए जितना पानी चाहिए उतना नहीं है, जो नल के लिए आपके रोज पानी आ रहा है वो 2 दिन बाद आएगा, फिर 2 दिन के 4 दिन हो जाएंगे, 4 दिन का हफ्ता हो जाएगा, हफ्ते के बाद में 2 हफ्ते नहीं आएगा, तो what we'll do? We'll buy water tankers, we'll buy water from somewhere else. So that situation is called scarcity of water, जहाँ पे आपको water का shortage होगा. Understood? Now causes of water scarcity, ये क्या है? Why? As I told you, drought was there. Why? Because of low rainfall, because of less rainfall. So water scarcity can happen due to the low rainfall or wastage. जो भी हम पानी वेस्ट कर रहे, नल चालू है तो चालू है, पानी बह रहा है तो बह ही रहा है, because of the wastage or overuse of water. गाड़ी धोने के लिए पानी चालू तो चालू ही है, वैसे ही मोटर चालू है, पानी बह रहा है, नाली से गुजर रहा है इधर उधर. So wastage of water or overuse of water, this is also another cause. Overuse मतलब extra use, ज्यादा use. नल चालू है, tap is on and you are washing vessels, so the amount of water that you need, you are using more than that, excessive use, overuse of that water. Okay, and another thing is water pollution. Pollution means air pollution, we have learnt, means harmful gases, dust, and other things, when they get mixed in air pollution happens. So same thing, water pollution also happens because of all those things also. Now how to save water? So we can turn off the taps to ensure they are not dripping or they are water is not overused. Okay, so जब भी जरूरत हो उतना ही पानी we will be using, and जब जरूरत नहीं हो we will be close our tap, okay, or turn off our taps. Now many of you, जब हम we are brushing in the morning or when we are getting fresh, नल चालू ही रहता है and we do our stuff, we do our things and tap is on only. Okay, so that time turn off the water taps while you are brushing, while you are doing other things. Means जब जरूरत हो, जितना जरूरत हो, that much amount of water you should use only. Then use a bucket or some other vessels while cleaning your car or cleaning your other vehicles or cleaning your floors. नहीं तो हम क्या करते हैं, we are using taps or we are using pipes and just we are pouring water on our vehicle and just what overuse of water is going there. Okay, so जितना हम कम use कर सके we should. Okay, then wash dishes in filled tank and not under running water. मतलब जो पानी बह रहा है उसके नीचे ये करने से अच्छा एक बकेट में पानी ले लो या एक टब में पानी ले लो, जितना चाहिए उतना ही पानी ले लो and use that water properly. Okay, so by this way we can save water. Now another very important topic and which is coming for your project also, that is called rainwater harvesting. What it is called? It is called rainwater harvesting. So when rain falls, okay, and when we store the water of rain, okay, for our future use, that is called rainwater harvesting. Means storing rainwater by collecting it for future use is called rainwater harvesting. Means saving it. In this picture you can see this is a rain, okay. So यहाँ से क्या हो रहा है? It is rainfall is there, it is falling on that house roof and which is being collected by the pipe and which is being moved or transported to a tank, जहाँ से घर में उसको क्या किया जा रहा है? फिल्टर करके it is being used again. So this is called rainwater harvesting. Understood? Now water pollution. As we learnt air pollution, water pollution is also there. So water pollution means what? Presence of harmful material, harmful substances, okay, in water. जहाँ पे water we have stored, okay, or the sources of water like lakes, rivers, seas, oceans or underground, and when this harmful material get mixed into that water, water pollution happens. And if water is polluted, it cannot be used. It cannot be used. हम गंदा पानी पी सकते हैं क्या? If more chemicals are mixed in that or harmful chemicals are mixed in that water, we cannot drink that because it may cause damage to your body. It may cause damage to your body, or it may cause some diseases also. It may damage your body parts also. So if water is polluted, we cannot use it. So that is why prevention of water pollution is the best exercise that we can do, okay. So and it can also help in water scarcity also. Understood? Now how we can prevent water pollution? So the first, that not putting oil, grease, medicine or any other chemicals in water sources or in your sink or in your toilets. Don't just dispose them, okay, because if you are disposing them somewhere in a land or ज़मीन में इसको गाड़ देंगे, ज़मीन पे डाल देंगे, so it may not cause damage to your, or it may not get mixed with your water, okay. So not disposing your garbage in water bodies, जैसे कि हम कुछ कचरा वगैरह हो गया तालाब में डाल दिया, नदी में फेंक दिया, don't do that, okay. Then do not dispose industrial waste in water bodies. Water bodies means where we are storing water like a lake, ponds, okay, and cleaning polluted water. जो भी हम water bodies है जैसे कि lakes हो गया, ponds हो गया, इसको cleaning we should start, because if you are going for a trip or somewhere, we are drinking water with the water bottles and all that, but that plastic bottle we are throwing over there only. So the garbage, by the time it get mixed with the water and because of the chemical reaction, it pollutes water. So we should not do that, okay. Next we are going to learn about 3 R's. 3 R's, HOURS, not only 3 R. 3 R means reduce, recycle and reuse. So water scarcity or the pollution of water or these drought things can be prevented by 3 R's. Which are those? Reduce. First one is reduce. Reduce the consumption of water, means जितना चाहिए water उससे थोड़ा कम use करो. Like if you are using a shower for a bath, पानी जा रहा है, तो instead use bucket and mug to clean your body, to clean your car or to take a bath. This way you can reduce the amount of water you are using. Next, reuse the water. Reuse the water मतलब जो पानी, the water that you have used for one thing, you can use it for another thing. Like suppose you have brought vegetables, so the water that you have used for cleaning or washing that vegetables can be used for other things also, like for gardening and all that, okay. And recycle means rainwater harvesting you can do. You can store that water and you can use it for another purpose also. Understood? Now in next point is water cycle, that we will be learning in our next period. So whatever the topic that has been taught, I hope you have understood it, and we'll meet in next session. Till then, take care, bye bye, have a nice day.